Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going, guys? You're listening to Sosatie. Absolute. This is a show where we strip the boxes, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We're living in such times where people are superficial. Ja, alles is in 'n boks. Maar kyk hoe goed die wêreld gemaak het. Alles is tesame. Hier is op die skool waar jy Afrikaans hier leer en wiskunde daar en alles is saam. Daar's die afskeidings hier. Ja, ons lewe in 'n wêreld waar so baie afskorting is. Soos ons gesê is 'n show wat handel oor die hele idee dat alles is saam. En ons aanvaar dit so, ons probeer 'n valse boundary maak om goed te sê dis religion en daai is dit en daai is dat nie. Dis hoe ons se lewens leef hier. Dit is deel van die valsheid wat present word aan ons as mense. Geniet die show saam met my. Ons luister na Andre Kraut se His Truth Still Marches On. Your whisper. Our very own Earl Bevan George. Wow. Way and the life. Me, DC Top. Going back to the future. This is Social Society. You'll hear a mixture of what is real in life. Not just the one part that we want to box. Remember, in one garden there's oncreate, there's rose, there's lavender, there's so many in one garden. Look at what God has created. Everything in alles is samen.
Like a mother to her child, I'm kicking it Jesus style. To the ones that think they heard, I did use the J word, cause I ain't too soft to say it, even if DJs don't play it.
Download our app. Radio Eersterivier, doing it the real way. Not just one of the best live stream radio station in Cape Town. Come on. Get our app on. You know where? On the App Store. And let's get connected. Social Sosatie doing it the only way it can be done. And that is our way. There's no way to be ever done. There's no perfect way. It's just the way it is done. We're living in the now. We're trying to be not too far to the future. And not too far in front, but trying to eat it right in the middle, on the spot. Let's live real and let's get real. Let's not be fooled. Ons word nie verlei deur die mense wat vir ons vir elke dag 'n nuwe ding vertel van is load shedding en dan is dit die water wat te min is en dan is dit die en dan is dit. Ons word soos mense gelei wat glad nie 'n rigting het nie. Ons moet onsself uitsoort en ophou begin en ons identiteit verkoop. Ja, nee. Op Sosatie probeer ons net terugkom. Net waar ons is. Be real with us. Find yourself. Not in your titles. Look at your real titles. That means, where are you stationed? Are you a friend? Are you a brother? Are you a sister? What is your real titles? Are you a neighbor? Be real in that. Let's take all the other artificial stuff, because those are the stuff you were told. Ek het jou nooit geken nie. Dit is goed wat jy gesê gaan word. Ek weet nie wie jy nie weet sy. Nee, ek het dit gedoen. Ek moenie my sê wat jy gedoen het. Wie is sy? Wie is sy? Jou identiteit. Ons soek daai. Ja, nee, so what the difference? You do it real. Join us on Radio Eersterivier and let's get real together. Wherever you are, find what is there right here while we are and use that to make a difference in the world.
As an expression of all that this country stands for, individual independence, with respect for the rights of others, born of the concept that all men are free and equal.
Separated, I cut myself clean from a past that comes back in my darkest of dreams. Been apprehended by a spiritual force and a grace that replaces all of me I behold.
Yes, I told you there's a social society here. We bend the rules, not because the rules are bent, just because there's no rules. Nobody, where's the rules? Who sets it? Look at how God made the world, the permutations of the world. My goodness, the Lord has truly made us free. We have sold our birthright. We have given it away. Buying into all these fads, all these things that we think we are free. Yes, we're selling our soul away. Yeah. So it's time for us to get back to being real. Not to be socially acceptable, algemeen aanvaarbaar en sosiaal beskaafdheid. Wat is dit? Dit is identiteitloosheid. Dit is een persoon se identiteit wat vir almal wil oorneem. Een persoon se idee van mens wees wat hulle op almal wil opskaar en as jy dit daarvan afwyk, dan is jy die freak. Ja nee. Time for us to live as the Spirit leads. The Spirit in you, God's Spirit, that which any person can give an account to, the truth in you. Absolutely. Because we can't get away from ourselves, is it? Yeah, but the same way we can't get away from other people. So they become the conviction, they become the Spirit to us. Yeah, their ideas become our very things that we stress about. By taking back our truth and living under the shadow of God.
I moved to the L's quick, fast, in a hurry. Through all my specs, thought my vision was blurry. I looked again, but to my dismay, it was black and white with no room for gray. You see, a big piece stood beyond my word, and yo, that's when it hit me. The love is a verb. Sang. Haven't you heard? Serious word. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you heard. The word love. Love is a verb. Thinking of a way to explain no. Cause you know when I'm flowing like a bottle of Drano. Simple and plain. L-O-V-E ain't all that junk that you see on TV. Put soaps on a roof cause they ain't worth hoping. With this a bit that there ain't no hoping. Love is enough if it's unconditionally given. Now you're living out the great commission. Haven't you heard? Serious word. Someday I'll be thinking of you.
I'll be praying for you, yes. I'll be praying for you. Praying all your hopes and dreams that they will come true. And should there be some rain, I know the sun will shine again. 'Cause I'll be praying for you. Ooh, 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 ooh.
If you have some problems, don't let them ever get you down. Just remember God's strength is always around. Oh, I can't get you out of my mind. I keep thinking about you all the time. Thinking of you, looking for you. I can't get you out of my mind. I keep thinking about you all the time. Thinking of you, thinking of you.
I'll be thinking of you. I'll be thinking of you. I'll be thinking of you. Oh, yes, I will. I'll be thinking of you.
Like a ship lost out at sea, I was lost until you rescued me. Just like a shepherd searching for that one lost sheep. Lord, you searched and searched until you found me. Yes, you did. And there I was trembling with fear. And Lord, I saw you smile as you wiped away my tears. to worry as you held me oh so tight. And you reassured me that everything would be alright. So I'm singing my song to you. That's why I needed you. I needed you. Oh Lord. You see, I never make it. That's why I needed you. You see, I hate to think just where I would be. Lord, if you hadn't come when you did and rescued me, maybe I'd be somewhere lonely, feeling sorry for myself. 'Cause I cried and cried and it seemed as though I couldn't find any help. But then somebody told me you were a healer of broken hearts. And all I had to do is ask, and you give me a brand new start. So Lord, you forgave me and you saved me. You did just what they said. And my soul is so happy. And right now my soul is glad. And I rejoice to say that's why I needed you. You eased my troubled mind. That's why I needed you. You see, I couldn't make it. I couldn't take it on my own. Oh, that is why I needed you. I want to tell you, you see, I couldn't make it. No, I couldn't take it. I couldn't make it. No. Oh, that's why I needed you. Jesus. That's why I needed I never could make it. You see, I never could take it. No, without you, I just couldn't. I couldn't make it. Howard, let me hear you.
For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you.
Yes, Rabbi.
Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in someone else's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there is a plank in your own eye?
Yes, yes.
You hypocrite. First, take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from the other person's eye. Do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and then turn and tear you to pieces. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives. Those who seek find, and to those who knock, the door will be opened. Which of you, if your son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a snake? If you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him? So, in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. For this sums up the law and the prophets. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. Watch out for false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ferocious wolves. By their fruit you will recognize them. Do people pick grapes from thorn bushes, or figs from thistles? Likewise, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus, by their fruit you will recognize them. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only those who do the will of my Father who is in heaven. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons, and in your name perform many miracles? Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me, you evildoers. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. It fell with a great crash.
When Jesus had finished saying these things, the crowds were amazed at his teaching, because he taught as one who had authority, and not as their teachers of the law.
Or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you.
Yes, Rabbi.
Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in someone else's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there's a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite. First, take the plank out of your own eye, and then will see clearly to remove the speck from the other person's eye. Do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and then turn and tear you to pieces. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives. Those who seek find, and to those who knock, the door will be opened. Which of you, if your son asks, then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him? So, in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. For this sums up the law and the prophets. Enter through the narrow gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. Watch out for false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ferocious wolves. By their fruit you will recognize them. Do people pick grapes from thorn bushes, or figs from thistles? Likewise, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus, by their fruit, you will recognize them. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only those who do the will of my Father who is in heaven. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons, and in your name perform many miracles? Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me, you evildoers. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yes, it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash.
When Jesus had finished saying these things, the crowds were amazed at his teaching, because he taught as one who had authority, and not as their...
I'm not gonna play you freely, John. I don't have it figured out anyway. I'm not interested in the past or the future. there's no real conclusion. Now is that time. Just open your eyes. Ask for life. Now is that time. Just open your eyes. And if you look no good, you won't be understood. And if you look no good, all you'll see past the lies. And if you look real good, you won't be understood. Yeah.
From this place I started, a lot of ground's been covered, and yet remain so many heights unknown. But now I face a fall from here, make my pathway clear, for I need your direction. Make the right selection. Lead me and I'll follow where you lead. Life with its surprises, trying to organize them and make them work out best for me. But now I'm just as lost as I could be. So Lord, you lead me. Where do I go from here? Make my pathway clear, for I need your direction. Make the right selection. Lead me and I'll follow where you lead. Oh. Now, Lord, you lead me. Where do I go from here? Make my pathway clear, for I need your direction. Make the right selection. Lead me and I follow. Wherever you lead, just lead me. Where can I go from here? Make my pathway clear, for I need your direction. Make the right selection. Lead me and I follow. Wherever you lead, Lord, lead me. I need you now. I need your direction to make the right selection. Lead me and I'll follow where you lead. Psalm 115.
Not to us, Lord, not to us, but to your name be the glory, because of your love and faithfulness. Why do the nations say, where is their God? Our God is in heaven. He does whatever pleases him, but their idols are silver and gold, made by human hands. They have mouths but cannot speak, eyes but cannot see. They have ears but cannot hear, noses but cannot smell. They have hands but cannot feel, feet but cannot walk, nor can they utter a sound with their throats. Those who make them will be like them, and so will all who trust in them. House of Israel, trust in the Lord. He is their help and shield. House of Aaron, trust in the Lord. He is their help and shield. You who fear him, trust in the Lord. He is their help and shield. The Lord remembers us and will bless us. He will bless the house of Israel. He will bless the house of Aaron. He will bless those who fear the Lord, small and great alike. May the Lord cause you to increase, both you and your children. May you be blessed by the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. The highest heavens belong to the Lord, but the earth he has given to humankind. It is not the dead who praise the Lord, those who go down to the place of silence. It is we who extol the Lord.
Steve said I could be his assistant arpeggio player.
Wat alles op 'n stokkie, soos in die wêreld is. Alles is saam en God bring die skeiding in ons mind en ons gees. Ons hoef nie artificially van mekaar weg te hou te word. Gesê te wees, die is politics en die is religion en die is lewe. Ons verstaan het, ons die klein, naïeve kinders sien. Die gelei word aan sy neus nie. Ja, maar ons weet nooit hoekom is dit. En ons was beroof van onze identiteit. Let's get our identity back. Let us strip ourselves of all these false things that have been put on us, these cloaks that has been put on us. Let's do it as the Lord intended it.
Sunshine when she's gone. No sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every night. And no sunshine when she's gone. And this house ain't no gone. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. My baby's gone, my baby's gone, baby gone, baby gone, baby gone, my baby's gone, baby's gone, baby's gone, gone away. Anytime, 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 she's gone away. Gone, baby. Anytime that she goes away, she goes away.
So Joab sent someone to Tekoa and had a wise woman brought from there. He said to her,
pretend you are in mourning. Dress in mourning clothes and don't use any cosmetic lotions. Act like a woman who has spent many days grieving for the dead. Then go to the king and speak these words to him.
and Joab put the words in her mouth. When the woman from Tekoa went to the king, she fell with her face to the ground to pay him honor. And she said,
Help me, your majesty.
The king asked her.
What is troubling you?
She said,
I am a widow. My husband is dead. I, your servant, had 2 sons. They got into a fight with each other in the field, and no one was there to separate them. One struck the other and killed him. Now, the whole clan has risen up against your servant. They say, hand over the one who struck his brother down so that we may put him to death for the life of his brother whom he killed. Then we will get rid of the heir as well. They would put out the only burning coal I have left, leaving my husband neither name nor descendant on the face of the earth.
said to the woman,
Go home, and I will issue an order in your behalf.
but the woman from Tekoa said to him,
Let my lord the king pardon me and my family, and let the king and his throne be without guilt.
The king replied,
If anyone says anything to you, bring them to me, and they will not bother you again.
She said,
Then let the king invoke the Lord his God to prevent the avenger of blood from adding to the destruction, so that my son will not be destroyed.
As surely as the Lord lives,
he said.
not one hair of your son's head will fall to the ground.
Then the woman said,
Let your servant speak a word to my lord the king.
Speak.
He replied. The woman said,
Why then have you devised a thing like this against the people of God? When the king says this, does he not convict himself? For the king has not brought back his banished son. Like water spilt on the ground, which cannot be recovered, so he must die. But that is not what God desires. Rather, he devises ways so that a banished person does not remain banished from him. And now I have come to say this to my lord the king, because the people have made me afraid. Your servant thought, I will speak to the king. Perhaps he will grant his servant's request. Perhaps the king will agree to deliver his servant from the hand of the man who is trying to cut off both me and my son from God's inheritance. And now your servant says, May the word of my lord the king secure my inheritance. For my lord the king is like an angel of God in discerning good and evil. May the Lord your God be with you.
Then the king said to the woman,
Don't keep from me the answer to what I am going to ask you.
Let my lord the king speak.
The woman said,
Instructed me to do this, and who put all these words into the mouth of your servant. Your servant Joab did this to change the present situation. My lord has wisdom like that of an angel of God. He knows everything that happens in the land.
The king said to Joab,
Very well. I will do it. Go bring back the young man Absalom.
Joab fell with his face to the ground to pay him honor, and he blessed the king. Joab said,
Today your servant knows that he has found favor in your eyes, my lord the king, because the king has granted his servant's request.
Then Joab went to Jeshurun and brought Absalom back to Jerusalem. But the king said,
He must go to his own house. He must not see my face.
So Absalom went to his own house and did not see the face of the king. In all Israel there was not a man so highly praised for his handsome appearance as Absalom. From the top of his head to the sole of his foot there was no blemish in him. Whenever he cut the hair of his head, he used to cut his hair once a year because it became too heavy for him. He would weigh it, and its weight was 200 shekels by the royal standard. 3 sons and a daughter were born to Absalom. His daughter's name was Tamar, and she became a beautiful woman. Absalom lived 2 years in Jerusalem without seeing the king's face.
cooperative effort between all the nations in weather prediction and eventually in weather control.
Think about that kind of communication and think about the opportunity that will provide. It lays the predicate and the foundation for the development of a weather satellite that will permit man to determine the world's cloud layer and ultimately to control the weather, and he who controls the weather will control the world.
I'll propose further cooperative effort between all the nations in weather prediction and eventually in weather control.
Think about that kind of communication and think about the opportunity that will provide. It lays the predicate and the foundation for the development of a weather satellite that will permit man to determine the world's cloud layer and ultimately to control the weather, and he who controls the weather will control the world.
Between all the nations in weather prediction and eventually in weather control.
Think about that kind of communication and think about the opportunity that will provide. It lays the predicate.
Yes, die mense speel goed. Lankal. Maar daar gaan 'n dag van afrekening kom. Ons dink nog wat ons sien is nog regtig goed. Weather predictions en weather reports. Ja, nee, dink aan al die storms en al die aardbewings en al die goed wat die mense bring. Haal die lek van water. Die mense doen dit al van 1960s, 1950s al. En hulle desire is om die hele wêreld se weer te kontrol. Wat doen hulle? Hulle gooi goed op die wolke, of hulle gooi de ratte in, of hulle gooi goed op die wolke om nie te reën nie. Hulle maak wolke sommer. Ja, ons lewe in hy wêreld is heeltemal in die hande van die duiwel. Wat in julle waarom van die duiwel gesê het? Kyk na die hele aarde, ek gaan alles vir jou gee. Buig net vir my. Dink aan al die mense met power, die Cyril Ramaphosa, al die mense, die George Bushes. Hulle het hulle knieë kna gebuig aan, man. Hulle moet maar aangaan met hulle goed. Wat ons in die wêreld vandag sien. Ja nee, dit is wat ons alreeds verloor het al. Maar kom ons gaan verder, moet nie negatief lewe nie. Lewe positief. Maar weet, dat ons moet leef, die authenticiteit, die attentheid, die originality, die authenticiteit van jou eie hart. Want God gaan jou vra, wie is hy? Wie is jy? Hy gaan jou of sê, ek het jou geken nie, of hy gaan jou sê, kom binne. Kom binne. Jy getroue diensknegt. Kom ons leef waarheid. Kom ons leef dit wat in ons harte is. Kom ons skil al die goed, al die valse identiteit en die gehybridiseerde waarhede, die fake goede. Kom ons weet wat dit is. Kom ons gebruik dit, maar kom ons word nie verslaaf aan nie. Dat is die oog hier aan nie. Sosatie, ander se kopraatjies, by agtergrond luister ons na koinonia. Next up is Psalm 53. Enjoy it.
Fools say in their hearts, there is no God. They are corrupt, and their ways are vile. There is no one who does good. God looks down from heaven on the human race to see if there are any who understand, any who seek God. Everyone has turned away. All have become corrupt. There is no one who does good, not even one. Do all these evildoers know nothing? They devour my people as though eating bread. They never call on God. But there they are, overwhelmed with dread, where there was nothing to dread. God scattered the bones of those who attacked you. You put them to shame, for God despised them. Oh.
When Adam sinned, the first thing God did was kicked him out of the garden, and he put a flaming sword with cherubim, and the Bible says to protect the tree of life. If Adam had gotten to that tree after he had sinned, we would be without hope. Because if you make a mistake in eternity, it's an eternal mistake. I thank God for time. Time is a relief. Time is good news. Look at Genesis 1:14. It tells you when God created time. It says, and God said, let there be lights in the expanse of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark what? Seasons and days and years. So God created time by literally designing the universe to keep time. Many scientists interpret the universe as a big clock, and they say that someone must have wound it up. They try to explain that there must have been a creator because the universe is running with such precision that the planets not only are revolving around stars, but they don't clash into each other. Someone seemed to have set this in motion, and God had designed all of that so that there can be measure for days and years. In other words, God says in verse 18, this is good. Everybody say time is good. What's the purpose for time? I found this interesting. First of all, time was given to us to take us out of eternity. Secondly, time was given us to protect us from forever. If you had a pain in your back in eternity, it would be an eternal pain. Thank God for time. Time has a beginning and an end. Time is also given to us to measure existence of life, to define life, to measure the quality of life. Time was given to us to account for our lives and to define the distance between our beginning and our end. Time was given to us to live life in doses. Time was given to us to measure the purpose of our life, why we live. I thank God for time. But time has some limitations, and I want to just quickly go over them. Job chapter 14 says, and this is a verse you probably want to remember if you're still breathing. Verse 5. Let's read it together out loud. Go. Man's days are determined. You have decreed the number of his months and have set limits he cannot exceed. So look away from him and let him alone, Lord, until he has what? Put in his time like a hired man. That's in the Bible. God says, look, when I gave you birth, I hired you to do something, and I got a certain period for you to do it in, and you can't exceed that. I am only here for a breath of time. So let me know what? Let me know mine end. Let me know my destiny. Let me know what I'm supposed to do with my life quickly. I like this one, Psalm 90, verse 12. Read out loud. Go. So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. In other words, let me know how long and how much I have to do so I can use my days effectively. I like this one, Ecclesiastes 8, verse 6. Read out loud. Go. For there is a proper time and a procedure for every matter under heaven. This is a deep one here. In other words, there's a proper way and time to do everything. Time is so powerful in the hand of God. Here's something I thought was interesting too. Time is measured in seconds. We saw that a moment ago by that video. And we are amazed sometimes how fast time can leave us. And we measure time in minutes and hours and days and decades and centuries. But time measures life also in yesterday, today, and tomorrow. In other words, whatever happened in the past separates you from the future. That's how good time is. I put it this way. Time measures life in past, present, and future. Tell your neighbor, that's my old girlfriend. Say it. I used to be sick. That was yesterday. Health is on the way. Time separates your past from your present and your future. Make a note of this. Time measures life in seasons, Winter, summer, autumn, and spring. Because time measures protects us from living in a permanent condition. You won't be a divorcee all your life. Time will prove that. You won't hurt with grief all your life from the death of your family. Time will deal with that. You won't be sitting around because that man didn't marry you. There's another man on the way with a fantastic life, with plenty more money than the one you're trying to get. Time will sort this out. Give God a big praise right there, some of y'all. Praise the Lord, Sister Claudine. Everybody say, time changes everything. Nothing is permanent in time. Make a note of this one, please, and this is very important. Time is the only commodity on earth given equally to every human being. Time is therefore the only commodity every human possesses. We don't possess the same amount of money. We possess the same amount of time. So the key to life is what you become in life is determined by how you use the time you have, and that's why we use terms like spending time. Time is a currency. Every human has the same amount every day, and time, like currency, must be spent. And here's the problem. Time is used to buy life. Time is so powerful that whatever you invest your time in, you become. Write this down. Time can be what? Abused. Time can also be lost. You can lose it, just like money. Time can be squandered just like money. You can spend an entire day. Have you ever said this? I don't know where the day gone. Yeah, oh, that's right. Why? You squandered it. It didn't take you closer to your goals. It didn't take you closer to your vision. Didn't accomplish the things you wanted. And you spent it and squandered it on stuff that didn't count. Time is more important than money. That's why the businessman say time is money. Can I put it another way? Write this down. Time can be depreciated just like money. Time can also be devalued. Every hour is important. My question is, what are you spending it on? You can reduce the value of your life by the things you spend your time with, who you spend your time with, where you spend your time all day. You can devalue your time. I'm a victim of time. Write this down, please. You can never stop time. You can also never control it. You can't resist it. You can't compromise with it. Never compromise with time. Time doesn't adjust for you or nothing. You can never slow time down. You can never speed up time. Until death, you are stuck in time. You are victims. And therefore, all you have to do to make time your friend is to manage it. This is what I've come to appreciate. You can measure time in life. I read this verse and this blessed me. Psalm 90 verse 10. Out loud, read it together. Go. The length of our days is 70 years. This is God is saying now you got 70 years. Then what? Or 80. If we have the strength, yet though span is but trouble and sorrow. For they quickly pass and we fly away. He's okay. The average age of a human, God says, will be between 70 and 80. What do you do with time? Write this down. First of all, you can manage it. Secondly, you can use it. Thirdly, you can invest it. Fourthly, you can convert it. In other words, you can use time to develop and build and construct things. You can turn your life into value by the way you use your time. You can use time to fulfill your divine purpose. Time itself is given to you as a gift from God. And so Ephesians 5 says, wherefore, stay awake. Wake up, wake up, wake up. That's what the verse says. What? Wake up. Why? Because you can live your whole life sleeping. Read the rest of the verse. Read it. Awake thou who sleepest, and arise from the dead. Even Christ himself wants to shine upon you. Verse 15. Look therefore carefully at how you walk, not as unwise, but as what? Wise. And then he says what? Redeem the time, because the days are full of evil. Redeem the time. I was doing this with my life for the last 40 years, maximizing every minute of my life. I started when I was a teenager. When my friends were playing marbles, I was reading the Bible. When my friends were looking for a girlfriend, I was writing songs. Redeeming the time, using it properly, making sure that you invest it in a way that it benefits you. The word redeem, I want to leave with you tonight. Write the word deem down. Should it be more focused and more disciplined? To redeem time means that you may need to throw off some things that were so nice and pleasurable to do some things that are important. Redeem the time. I like this one here. It means to recontrol time. It means to repossess and reclaim time. It means to fill the pledge that God promised you to fulfill. To redeem time means to convert time now into value. To redeem time means to fulfill or pay an outstanding debt. When I saw that in Hebrew, it's amazing. To redeem means to pay the debt that you owe. Not just to God, but to your life. If you wasted 5 years, you have a debt to yourself. That you get back on course and focus double on what you're supposed to have done. Can I put it this way? Ephesians 14 says what? That is why he said, wake up, O sleeper. Make the most of every opportunity to take ownership and control of your time. That's what it means to redeem time. To convert into opportunity to fulfill your purpose. That's how you redeem time. In other words, you design your days to create value in your life. And the way you control time is like planning. You got to plan your day, or your day will be planned by somebody else. Time, like all commodities, must be managed. Time must be protected. It must have a focus. It must have a purpose. It must have a vision. It must be measurable in results. I spent 2 hours with you. Now, can I measure how you gained and I gained? Or did we just throw the wind? What are you going to do in the next 12 months? I'm not talking about the 12 months you're gone. You got one more time God's given you. In other words, time is putting worth on your energy. Here's how to redeem every day. Number one, document a plan. Put a plan which you want to accomplish in 2014. Put it on paper. Number two, establish your priorities based on that plan. This is very important. Number three, pursue your passion only. Identify your passion and go after it in 2014. Because so many people will distract you. You better stay with your passion. Not every invitation is a blessing. Not every opportunity is a blessing. The devil's greatest weapon to a disciplined woman and man is distraction, not sin. The devil knows you're too smart to commit sin, so he does something more dangerous. He distracts you to do things that you ain't supposed to be doing, even though they're good. Matter of fact, the enemy of doing the right is doing a good thing. Not everything is good, it's right. Number four, protect your plans and your priorities. Everybody say it, protect. Listen to me, I know what I'm talking about. You will be attacked by so many opportunities. You got to protect your time and your priorities from other people's interests. Hey man, I got an idea. Yeah, but that ain't my idea. And if I go after your idea, you can take me off course of my assignment. It's not a bad idea, it just ain't my idea. You got to protect your priorities. What's number 6? Out loud, read. So number 5, read. Identify your value. In other words, identify what's valuable to you. If you don't do that, you're going to waste time. Number 6, make decisions based on your destiny. If you know where you want to go, then design your decisions accordingly. Because everyone wants your time. Number 7, this is an important one, inventory your associations. I want you to spend the first day of this new year just making a list of all the people you associated with, all the organizations you associated with, all the places you associated with, and see how many of them is taking you to your vision. You will be shocked who is wasting your time. 8, review your investments. Question, what are you investing your time in?
Devil told Eve she could eat from the tree. She would surely die. She told Adam it's alright, and they both took a bite and lost their lives. Now he tells you, do what you wanna do. God will understand. Now you feel justified. Do your thing on the side. And still say amen. Don't you be deceived. Don't you be deceived. You can't do your thing. Don't you be deceived. Don't you be deceived. Don't you listen to the devil. Daniel had been one praying man 3 times a day. He obeyed God's word so his prayer could be heard. And that's what it takes. God said to pray, you should pray always and never faint. So the devil tells you fine, but pray when there's time. And you say okay. Don't you be deceived. Don't you be deceived. Don't listen to the devil. Satan is out to destroy your soul, and he's trying hard to deceive. But if you trust in the word of God only true, you will believe. God told his folk that you must take his yoke. Take his yoke and learn. But the devil said, hey, when I learned another day, what could it hurt? Don't you be deceived. Don't you be deceived. You can't have your way. You gotta live like the Bible says. Don't listen. There is only one way. The one way is God's way. You gotta live like the Bible says. Don't listen. You can't do your thing. Don't listen. What everybody wants you to do, that's what you have to do to make it. You gotta live like the Bible.
People spend hours watching television. Hours watching LMN. I mean, I go to visit people, everybody got LMN on. This lady gets, and them movies, all they got is killing and stuff, you know, little robbing and little adultery here. And I'm sitting there going, you spend every day eating this stuff. Consuming your time. Do an inventory. Number 9, do not try to please everyone. If you want to redeem your time, stop trying to make everybody happy. You cannot make everybody happy. Half of the folks who smiling at you don't like you. Get over it. And the rest of them, they only putting up with you. So you, boy, you ought to understand. Humans will help you do nothing, and then they go on and do something without you. You have to redeem your time by reviewing who you're trying to please. There's some people you're trying to please who don't like you. please my Father. I live to get the approval of my Father. Stop trying to get everybody's approval. Everyone will not like what you do. They didn't want to do what you do. You have to be very careful how you redeem that moment. And number 10, write it down, it's the big one. Forget the past and pursue and design the future. Become an architect of life. This takes a little bit of exercise to do it. You know, you got to sit down and spend time. But you have to sit down and design your year. Otherwise, you will live somebody else's year. They're going to give you their architectural drawings. Anything that happens should be in association with where you want to go in life. I leave you with this word, with my heart beating with great passion. You have been wasting enough time. It's over. Do something. Get back on track. Control your future by making a plan. Forget about what you did.
Do you hear it? Time. Oh my goodness. Time ever. God holds the time in his hand. We must work it. We must make it work. The gift what I ought to give her is like life. But outliving. Lasting till the end.
I'd rather have the giver for the gifts they come along. Rather have the composer for a new life song. Give me the creator and not so much the creature. Give me the word and not so much the preacher. Because I don't want to be turned away when I'm stepping for the judge. Judgment day, no. I don't want to be turned away.
Without the hive, it's like the sun without the sky.
What's the use in praying? Staying the way I am. Can you tell me? What's the use in fasting and not lasting till the end? Rather have the giver for the gifts that come along. Rather have the composer for a new life song. Give me the creator and not so much the creature. Give me the word.
No.